I'm writing this just in case we don't make it through the night. My name is Kevin, and her name is Claire. I'm not sure how to spell it. Not even sure if that's her real name. Hell, I really don't know anything at this point. I can, however, tell you what has happened so far today and Tuesday up until 2 a.m. The day started the same as every other day. Wake up, brush my teeth, shuffle through this old quiet house that must feel as alone as I do while I'm inside of it. The house is nice, and for the price of rent I pay it's almost unbeatable. The only problem is that it's literally in the middle of nowhere. When I saw the ad in the paper that said need renter and ranch hand, cheap rent and peaceful property, I couldn't wait to jump on it. I was tired of the city life. Tired of waking up every day and shouldering your way through waves of people who are just as angry as you about working at a crappy job. I was through with it. I'm an able-bodied man of my late 20s. Ranging wouldn't be so tough, and honestly, wouldn't be if it weren't for the most dense man I've ever met, the landowner, Mr. Charles Hornwell. He's the most vague and peculiar person on the planet, and I believe that. He dodges every opportunity to engage in conversation that I present, which I find really odd considering the fact that he lives alone and the area itself will make you feel lonely. The nearest store is a small service station that fills every need of a single man like myself or Mr. Hornwell. The man behind the counter is very nice as well. I think he lives in the back of the store. He exchanged the usual howdy-do's and we talk about the weather or a baseball game before I'm on my way. I asked him about Mr. Hornwell one time, and he said, "Never speaks much when he comes in. He's a weird one, old man Hornwell. Only ever seen him with one other person in my 15 years here. A girl, about your age actually. She only around about once every 5 years or so, and that's pretty much all I know." Odd, I thought. What would Mr. Hornwell be doing with a girl around my age? He's far too old for someone my age, I would think. And I didn't think that he had any family. Oh well, back to today. I got a call from Mr. Hornwell at about 5 p.m. and he said, "Hey Kevin, listen, I'm just gonna say it. I have a bit of an odd proposal for you, and I would rather make it in person. Would you mind coming down to the house?" "Sure, as soon as I put the horses up." "No, it has to be now," he interjected so quickly and sternly that I was taken back. Now I've known this man for 3 years and have barely ever been to his house, only to the end of his driveway, and now he insists that I come to his house immediately. Something felt off, so I agreed to come right away, leave the horses to roam free for the time being, and I threw a shotgun in the front seat, just to stay on the safe side. I got there at twilight of the evening. His house is about 20 minutes from mine down the old Texas back road, and was pretty much a straight shot through the plains. No traffic lights or stop signs to stop travel. It is quite a pleasant ride, actually. As I pulled into the drive, I noticed 2 other vehicles in the drive. One I know is the priest from a nearby church, and another car I don't know. It had an Iowa tag. Very odd. Seeing the priest's car there put my mind at ease, however, so I left the shotgun in the truck. Didn't quite know how to take this situation, and I didn't want to go in there with a gun like some sort of crazy person. As I walk through the door, I'm greeted by first Mr. Hornwell and then the priest. I don't see anyone else in the house as we move into the kitchen. Mr. Hornwell asks that he and I speak alone for a moment. The priest abides and waits in the living room. What a beautiful house this was. Ornate paintings on the wall, trophy animals from Africa mounted along the halls. Even life-sized busts of famous historical figures decorated the end tables. The kitchen was huge and very clean, but smelled like it hadn't been used in a while. Not particularly a bad smell, just not a friendly one. As I sat in a chair at this huge oak table, he sat across from me. Brow furrowed and a look of deep concern masked by a smile. "Hated to have you rush over on such a short notice, but I've got a bit of a problem on my hands." "Sure, if I can help you know, I'll be glad to." "It's my niece. She's here from school and it looks like she's here to stay." "It sounds more and more like I can't help. What do you want me to do? Kill her?" I managed a nervous chuckle. What the fuck am I supposed to do about his college dropout niece? No, I don't want her killed. Just out of my house, that's all. You want her to come and stay with me? Yes, in a way. Go on. I'm lost in this conversation if I'm being honest. Well, back about a year ago when you expressed interest in purchasing that plot of land that you live on. Yes, I'm still interested if it's all the same. Don't quite have all the money here, but I will be able to come up with it over time. That's if you've reconsidered selling it? I've got a better idea. What if you were to marry my niece, and I gave the two of you that plot of land as a kind of wedding gift? My mind burst with a resounding yes. Who cares what she looks like? I don't have to like her. She can just be a friend. Hell, it's too good of a deal to pass up. I have to weigh my options though, and make him feel more comfortable about it. How does she feel about this anyway? Can I think about it for a few days? I mean, I don't know her and haven't seen her. Is she here? No, absolutely not. The decision has to be made now or never. But yes, she is here. He leaned to his left and yelled, "Claire, come in here and meet Kevin." As she came through the door, I was blown away by the looks of her. I had assumed that she would be ugly, as old man Homer with his kind of offer and all. I was as wrong as ever. She was beautiful. Long blonde hair that glistened in the light of his kitchen chandelier. A slim face with half-sharp features and a deep set of hazel eyes. I was blown away. Do you know what we're talking about in here? Your uncle wants to marry you off to me. Has he told you about this? Yes, I don't like the idea of it, but I understand that I can't stay here. And since he has paid my way in life so far and is my only living family member, I feel like I owe him. No, you don't owe anyone something of this magnitude. I know, but it's all the same. I'm willing if you are. What will it be, boy? Said Mr. Hornwell. I'll do it. If it's truly a mutual decision by all parties, I'll do it. His face lit up like he had been giving a new lease on life. Wonderful. I'll call the preacher in and we will have the ceremony right away. Today? Both her and I exclaimed. Why does it have to be today? I said, agitated and startled. There's no time to waste. I must be rid of this whole situation. I want it done before nightfall. Do you hear me? Okay then, let's get on with it. The ceremony was short and sweet, being wrapped up with the most awkward kiss of probably both of our lives. I'll have the land surveyed and the deeds drawn by the first thing, boy. Congratulations. Thanks. This is all a bit weird to me still. I still don't quite understand. Enough. The matter's done. Off you go. I will see you all tomorrow. It's getting late. Just like that, he slammed the door, locked it, and stomped off through the house. Her, the preacher, and I stood on the porch for a moment before I broke the silence with a, "Well, I'll see you all later. Best of wishes, and good luck on your new life together." I smiled a quick thanks and told her to follow me home and we could talk more there. I still need to get those damn horses up anyway. By the time we got home it was dark, so I decided I would deal with the horses tomorrow and re-signed to the house to talk to her. I was mesmerized by the fact of what had just happened. She wasn't as surprised though. She said that he had been sending her periodic emails about coming to visit, which turned into him ultimately pulling her college tuition and banking account that he'd been feeding. She explained that she was pretty much forced into coming to Texas and forced into this marriage. She had nowhere else to go, nowhere to start a new life. To her, this seemed like the only option. I was already disgusted by hearing how he had trapped her in this situation, and more disgusted by the fact that she seemed okay with it. I mean, I really want this land and was more than willing to do this, but this isn't her life, nor is it what she wanted. Just as I was heating up my rant about the whole situation, she stopped me and said, "It's truly okay. I don't see it as that big of a deal." I gave up the argument and decided to go to bed, told her that she could sleep in my bed and I would take the couch for the night. She seemed content with that, so we shuffled off in different ways of the house. At about 12:15, the phone rang. It was Mr. Hornwell's number. I half opened one eye and groaned, "Hello?"
"Do you have the girl?"
An odd, foreign, almost aboriginal voice spoke on the other end of the line.
The old man says that you have her.
I could hear Mr. Hornwell in the background screaming.
No! No! She's married to him now. I'm rid of her in my family. She's his problem now.
What's going on? Who is this? The man took a breath deeper than his already deep voice.
Is the girl with you? Yes or no?
I assume you mean Claire. Yes, she is here. Now tell me who this is. The phone gained a dial tone, a deadline. I immediately went and wrote Claire. Something is wrong at your uncle's house. There are men there, and they are looking for you. What have you done? What kind of trouble have you gotten me into? I don't know what's going on. Men at my uncle's house. What do you mean? Where are you getting this from? They called here from his home phone. He was screaming. I think he's in some kind of trouble. I'm going down there. You stay here. Stay here? Are you crazy? You said that they were asking for me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know you, but at least you're familiar. I'm not staying here alone. Okay, you can go, but get dressed quickly. As we ride down the road asking each other hopeless questions about what is going on, we quickly learn that truly neither of us know what's going on here. Thank God that I still have that shotgun in the truck. And I mean to make good use of it, if necessary. I am truly scared when we pull up in the drive of his house. The first thing I notice is that the door is wide open, and only the kitchen light is on. You stay in the truck. I'm going to have a look around, okay? No, she exclaimed in the most hushed voice possible. I'm not staying here. I'll be quiet, but I'm coming with you. No time to argue. He could be outside right now, ready to ambush me. I can't see a thing. It's too dark. As we exit the truck, being as cautious as possible, I tell her to stay close and behind me. I make my way into the front door and find a light switch on the wall. Flip it on to find a room full of knocked over table and chairs and 3 sets of barefooted prints lined in blood, and heading towards the front door and off the porch behind us. There were 2 of average size, and the other must have been 18 inches long. The biggest print I've ever seen for a man. Still though, it was a human print. As we walked into the kitchen, we found the scene that neither her nor I will ever forget. On the large oak table was a pentagram etched in blood. At the top was Mr. Hornwell's head. To the left and right lower points were his feet, and on the bottom 2 points were his hands. His vital organs stacked neatly in the center of the grisly display, and the rest of his body scattered about in the room, like something from a haunted house. Claire let out a scream that sent shivers up my spine, and ran all the way out to the truck, got in, and locked the doors. I called through the house for someone to come forward. Even if it meant that I was going to die, at least this terror that I was experiencing would be relieved. I was gripping the shotgun so tight that my fingers were losing circulation, and my knuckles were beginning to ache as I searched through the terrifying house for the unknown murderer. As I walked into the upstairs bedroom, the phone rang, and as an impulse I shut it. Shit, I thought. I rushed downstairs and answered the phone on the wall when I noticed that the number was my house. I let out a very scared, "Hello?" That all too familiar voice called back in laughter.
Oh, you're at the old man's house. Just as we thought when we didn't find you here. They are already on their way back there now. It should be any minute now. We need the girl. It's a sacred ritual. It must be completed.
The phone went dead before I had the chance to ask any questions. I got her out of the truck and we are both in the house now. I don't know what to do. What can we do? I've called the police, but they said that they would be here in an hour.